Hello again, everybody. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Too Much to Ask by Arctic Monkeys. I've mentioned before, these guys have basically become my favorites. Like, I love everything I've heard from them. You know, this past Sunday, from the time of this recording, I did Do I Want to Know. Beautiful, awesome, super awesome song. I've been listening to it on repeat. Before that, you know, Brian Storm, Are You Mine, 505, When the Sun Goes Down. I mean, just so many awesome songs from this band. So very excited to listen to this one. I find it kind of funny, though, that this is the B-side to Fluorescent Adolescent, which I've gotten a lot of requests for, but I haven't done yet. So doing the B-side first. But we will get to Fluorescent Adolescent, I promise. So anyway, this does come as a request. As always, if you would like to request something, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get to it. All right, let's listen. Too Much to Ask, Arctic Monkeys. And here we go.
That's how it felt yesterday. The eyes are getting heavier, and whether you're asleep or awake is a mystery. Would a kiss be too much to ask when you fit me? That Sunday's frozen pitch fits the thermos fast. It's a pity.
Yeah, man, I like that one a lot. You know, much more on the sad side as far as the lyrics go, and even the guitar. That kind of came through there. But really loved the groove of it overall. Like, the bass was very strong here. Drums provided a nice beat. The guitar was beautiful. Alex Turner's voice had so much like remorse almost in the voice there. And yeah, it was just a great song. I really enjoyed listening to this one. It wasn't, you know, as high energy or fast paced as kind of what I've come to expect from these guys, but I think that was good. It was good to kind of get a different side of this band and really see them sort of stretch out that sort of sad tone, you know, so that was really cool. I like that a whole lot. So yeah, solid request from these guys. Again, that's another one on the playlist, I'll tell you that much. So let's break the song down like we always do. Let's, of course, start with the lyrics. So here it says, on this B-side of Fluorescent Adolescent, Alex sings about the despairing moments before a breakup with someone who's fallen out of love with him. Also proving once again that the most poetic lyrics come from B-sides. Cool. So I guess they have a history of making very poetic B-sides. So anyway, let's read the lyrics and let's talk about it. So, the smiles as she walked in the room have all turned to frowns. Okay, very clearly from the get-go, it's like, yeah, this has turned sour. Am I too quick to assume that the love is no longer in bloom? The tantrums and the tears play a very different tune to what they did before. Her head's red raw, and the ending doesn't sound like the happiest around. When you sobbed before, it felt much more like the product of a squabble. Now there's reason for it to be something more. So yeah, basically saying this relationship has definitely gone south. And the ending doesn't sound like the happiest run. So we're heading straight for this breakup, kind of like what it said there before I read the lyrics. And then so when you saw it before, it felt much more like the product of a squabble. Now there's reason for it to be something more. So like if you were ever brought to tears in the past, we could play it off as just like a one-off kind of squabble, right? And now it's like, ooh, the tears are a little bit more permanent and they're a little bit more drawn out, I think. And there would be, it's uncertain whether the curtain has shut for good. She said, see if it's still raining. I'm not dressed for it. And if you loved me. And I interrupted, receiving a scowl and stare, but still decided to stop her there. So, again, very clear where this is heading. He says, I don't know if the curtain is shut for good. Clearly meaning like, is this the end? Is there no more after this? Have we reached the end here? And then, that line, if you loved me, you would blank or you wouldn't blank, right? And so he stops her there, and again, it leads to a fight. So yeah, this is definitely a very tumultuous relationship here, and it's definitely driving towards the end. Would it be outrageous to say we're either shouting or we're shagging, docked in tempestuous bays, or at least that's how it felt yesterday. The eyes are getting heavier, and whether you're asleep or awake. So yeah, basically saying if we're not having sex, we're basically just arguing constantly. And so like our relationship is like a boat docked in a tempestuous bay, so the waves are crazy, it's a storm, it's like there's no peace, essentially. Or at least that's how it felt yesterday. The eyes are getting heavier, I assume from like crying, or maybe just from being tired of the relationship. And whether you're asleep or awake is a mystery. Would a kiss be too much to ask when you fit me as Sunday's frozen pitch fits the thermos flask? It's a pity, it just hit me. We can't go back to the chest touching on the back. So yeah, basically saying like, which I that last part, like the chest touching the back, I assume just like cuddling, snuggling, like enjoying each other's company, right? And basically saying we're not going back to that ever, and it's a pity, and it kind of at this point it really hits him. He's like, because throughout the song he's kind of like, is this the end? I don't know. But here at the very end, it's very conclusive. Like, yes, this is the end of this relationship, right? It just hit me that we're not going back to that. Now, I don't understand too much from this, just because I think this might be sort of a Britishism, if you will. It says, when you fit me as Sunday's frozen pitch fits the thermos flask. I mean, I know what a thermos is, but like I'm just kind of losing what he means by that, I guess. When you fit me, would it be? Oh, I think what he's saying here. Okay, I think I get it. So would a kiss be too much to ask when you fit me as Sunday? So we used to like fit each other. We used to be compatible. As Sunday's frozen pitch fits the thermos flask. But at that point, I think I'm picturing it being pretty hard to get something frozen into a thermos, depending on the size of the mouth. I don't know. Regardless, I think it's just saying like, we used to fit each other and now we've kind of grown apart, right? So, awesome song, very poetic, as it said there. Very, I enjoyed the lyrics a lot. Just a solid breakup song. Honestly, I give it 2 thumbs up. As far as the instrumentation goes, the bass line throughout, I think the bassist did a fantastic job on this song. It really kept me engaged with that bass line that he carried throughout the song. The drums were great. Guitar, very sort of sorrowful, mourning guitars that I think really worked for me there. Just provided so much emotion to the song itself. Alex Turner, his singing style in this one, it's very undeniably him, but he brings this sort of lamenting tone that I think really works for the song really well. And then all of that really goes in and ties in with the lyrics. I say a lot that I'm a big proponent that the lyrics have to at least somewhat match the style of music that you're playing. And for me, I think this all works together seamlessly. So yeah, fantastic job here, instrumentally, vocally, 2 thumbs up there as well. And then as far as the replay value goes, I really enjoyed listening to this one. I'll be honest, this was a great one. This one's going straight on the playlist, and it's going to get listened to just like every other Arctic Monkeys song. I don't think I've come across an Arctic Monkeys song yet that I didn't like, or that I didn't want on my playlist right away. So this one's definitely going on the playlist. It's getting its time in the sun. We're going to listen to it again for sure. So very excited to hear this one again. I had a great time listening to it. Again, regardless of like the sad, darker tone to it, it was still just a great song to listen to musically. It was fantastic. So really looking forward to listening to this one again. And I gave it 2 thumbs up across the board. So thank you so much for the people who have been requesting this one. I promise I'll get to the single. I'll get to Fluorescent Adolescent. I have so many other Arctic Monkeys songs. You're going to see a lot more of them on the channel. And besides, I've mentioned they're some of my favorites. So I am excited to listen to more Arctic Monkeys. So thank you so much again. If you would also like to make a request, leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to get to it. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, definitely go support the artist. Go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you can definitely find plenty of Arctic Monkeys at this point is in my Spotify playlist. It has every single song that I've heard so far on my channel, and it's in the description below. If you want to support me, all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. All right, that's it for me. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.